name is Morgan Jackson. I was a Princeton J set from 10 to 13. I am currently a medical laboratory scientist. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. What was your favorite thing about being captain?
My favorite thing about being captain, I like leading. So leading and, I don't know, being creative and being in front and just managing a team, I believe. That was my favorite thing about being captain.
What was the hardest part about it?
Everything I just said before. Dealing with mainly criticism and the fan base back then, that was probably my hardest part. Dealing with a lot of, not constructive criticism, but just negativity from the fans.
And from that, do you think that you were underestimated?
Yes. I believe when I was chosen as captain, it was like in the back of people's mind that I might get captain, but who they wanted to be captain, that's who they just wanted to be in front. So they underestimated me because they was like, well, she don't need to be captain and she didn't dance all 4 years and blah, blah, blah. And I really think it was because, like I said, these people weren't my friends. They were like just random people who had befriended other members. So they just had negative connotations from the jump.
So outside of the criticism and all that, what was being captain like for you?
It was new. I had been captain for a long time, like throughout my dance history. I was captain in middle school, high school, but when I got to be captain at a collegiate level, it was a new experience. I had a new sponsor. It was a new team, pretty much. And I don't know, it was exciting, but very new. It wasn't what I expected it to be. I can say that.
How did you go about making your field shows?
In my living room, making up 8 counts. I would first try to just go on days, like if I felt creative, I'd try to just make something up and make it flow with other things. But pretty much it was based on like, let me do this stunt here, or let me try to do this, or how does this movement lead to the next? And okay, what's the beat going like on this part? So it was just trying to make it all flow and make sure it matched the actual song that I was performing to, well, that we were performing to.
Okay, I missed a couple captain questions, so we're going to circle back around to that. In that moment, when you were announced as captain, how did you feel?
Nervous. I was nervous. I was excited and happy about it, but I was nervous because it was like, oh, Lord, you know, what have I gotten myself into, basically? And I was just trying to be positive about it because it was a lot of negativity that came with it for whatever reason.
Going into your captain year, what former captains did you study?
I studied predominantly Shankita and Charlotte because those were my 2 captains, and Chloe was my sponsor, so I studied Chloe as well because that was like my right aid, basically. If I had questions or needed advice, I went to Miss Crowley, not Chloe, for advice and everything. But as far as looking at videos, I studied Shankita and Charlotte.
What was your vision for your squad?
My vision for my squad was basically to be clean. I really wanted a clean squad. I didn't want it to be any lag with the routines. I felt like even if you did a hard routine or a simple routine, as long as you executed the movements and everybody was on one accord, it would look good. And I wanted to do good on formations. My big thing was formations and a clean squad. And I wanted everybody to look in sync.
Did you have a favorite crab year, captain year?
A favorite crab year? Elaborate.
13 girls. Did you have a favorite baby?
Oh. I don't think I had a favorite. No. I like them all pretty much the same. That wouldn't be fair if I had a favorite. You don't have a favorite child.
Yeah. How would you rate your year as captain?
My year as captain, let's see, the first few games was kind of like a tester, basically. Like, you're not really into the groove of things. I didn't get into the groove until probably, I want to say, Alabama. Like, after a while, when I stopped caring about what other people had to say, that's probably when I got into the groove. But by that time, the season was almost over. So it was like a little too late. So, but yeah.
What was your favorite field routine you created?
I pretty much liked all the ones I created, but I guess the favorite one that I created was one that I didn't perform, was because it was my last year, but it was Slave to the Rhythm. That was my favorite one I created, but I never performed it, so I don't know if that counts. But as far as performances go, the one that we did for Honda, which was Danity Kane, that was my favorite.
How has being a J-Set changed your life?
Has it?
If it has.
If it has changed my life, let's see. I guess it give you, more connections. I can say that, like, you build more networking and reaching out to people that you probably wouldn't have known if it wasn't for J-Set. It built my confidence. It gave me a better technique with dance. I came from a ballet, jazz, contemporary background.
Yeah, that was the next question. What's your dance
Oh,
background?
okay. And to go into J-Set, that was, man, when I first got on the team, they was like, you just robotic. Like, you are robotic. Like, I would do the moves, but it was too clean that it was not flowing or anything. So I guess being a J-Set basically helped me. You found your funk, your groove, your zest that you need as far as performing and being a dancer, and build your confidence, like tryouts and all of that, and being cut to not being cut, and learning new routines every week or every other week, and hoping that you make it. That's intense. So it gives you like something to work for too as well. Discipline, all of that is affecting my life. So I know, and then like even hard times and everything, I know how to deal with them because of my experiences as a J-Set.
How many counts did you make in 13?
0. I didn't contribute any counts. My team made up counts as far as stands go. I did my field shows. That's what I did, field shows and formations. And my team made up actual stand counts.
What are 3 things that you focused on as it pertained to your squad?
I focused on, like I said before, cleanliness. I wanted to focus on execution. As far as like my new babies went, I wanted them to know how to buck or at least blend while bucking. And I focused on actual performing. I didn't want people to look lazy or while out on the field or in the stands, or even the smallest movements or performances. So those are the 3 things I focused on.
What was your favorite band song in 13?
My favorite band song was Treasure or Fast. And then for slow songs, it was an Avant song, You and I believe. Those are my favorite songs. I had 2, sorry.
When dancing, which do you prefer, Nancy's or jazz boots?
Jazz boots. Yes. You're more grounded in jazz boots.
Who is one of the most creative J-Sets that you've danced with?
There's so many. Creative. I would say Charlotte. Charlotte's probably the most creative, just because she would incorporate stunts and movements all in one. Like, it was a one factor with everything that she did, and I liked that. Like, I never knew what was coming next with her routines, and I always like, why we gotta do that when it came to learning them. So yeah, Charlotte.
How important do you feel it is to have a technical background?
I think it's key to being a J-Set. I mean, it's plenty girls that probably have come through and made the team without a technical background, but you really need one. Not necessarily ballet, but even some type of form, knowing what a point and placement and balancing and all that. It's not all just about stunts. Like, you gotta know how to, I guess, be elegant at the same time, because these are big movements and you have to have control of your body or you'll look wild. Go ahead.
Have you learned any new counts, and if so, do you have a favorite?
I struggle to learn some new counts. I do have a favorite, but I can't do it. I have to relearn it. But yeah, I like a lot of the new counts that they've done. They just are hard. They're hard.
If not being a J-Set, what other team would you have gone to?
Would I have gone to another team? I don't know.
Yeah, if you would have.
Maybe the Southern Dancing Dolls. I mean, I guess. I mean, because those are the top two. I mean, it's us and it's them. I wouldn't go anywhere else. As far as like form and cohesiveness and the band, I would probably go to Southern.
Okay. Why did you leave the team in 2010?
Sickness. Yeah, I was sick. I got really sick after the Valley game. And I was basically, I was told I couldn't dance for like 4 weeks on the team. And so I was basically coming to practice, but sitting down the whole time. So I was like, I just quit. So I just quit and I focused on my grades. So that's why.
Since graduating, do you ever go back and look at the videos from 14 to 18? And if so, do you have a favorite routine?
Yes, I go back and look at some videos. Do I have a favorite routine? No, I don't have a favorite routine. But I do go back and look at some videos just to see what's going on and then reminiscing on everything, what I used to could do.
And last but not least, name your dream team.
Dream team. Let's see. Of everybody that I've known?
All the J-Sets there are.
Oh. Okay. Miss Crowley, Janier, Shankita, Charlotte, Zanette, Charlene. I would take Sierra, me, Dominique, Kayla. This is not fair. This is not fair. Because I feel like I'm going to forget like a lot of people that I want on my team. Yeah, let's just stick to those 10. But it's more as well. I just probably can't name them all right now. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, thank you.
City girls from 305. Period.